How's it going, people? It is Liam Caddison here, and we are reacting to The Good Place with episode number 9 of season 4, where Chidi will have a lot of pressure on his shoulders because he seemingly is the only hope in order to save every single life on Earth before it gets rebooted. So, no pressure whatsoever, is there? Yeah, it's crazy to think about coming into the final bunch of episodes, with the last episode concluding the experiment and the judge coming to a decision in order to what to do. And obviously that brought up a lot of controversy because rebooting humanity, especially with what I felt during that episode, I felt like with providing the results and whatnot, and just everything that went on, I feel like it is a drastic decision to go towards. But yeah, hopefully we can find we can find a way to stop the judge from rebooting the human race, basically. So I do kind of have a feeling that, I don't know, I'm gonna throw a wild card theory out there, but what if this is like she's obviously searching the Janets for the remote, but what if it's not within Janet? What if it's within Derek? I'm not sure. But I feel like that would just be a really, really interesting way to kind of throw the scent off the judge, because she wouldn't expect it. She's going through every single Janet before mobilizing them, and she'll be wasting her time whilst we are gaining time, if that makes sense. So I don't know. It's just a wild hunt rather than narrowing it down to the last Janet, if that makes sense. Like, no Janet has it. So yeah, but that's just a theory that I have right there. But yeah, I'm not sure, like, in terms of what we're going to do in order to prevent, like, say the judge finds the remote, what are we going to do? Because, yeah, it is really, like, it's crazy. We've got several episodes left to go. I say that, it's less than that, but you get the idea. And it's all tense at the minute because the judge has come to a conclusion. And I am just really, really curious about how we're going to just end things with, like, 5 episodes left to go. The judge has reached a decision because we can't stretch this out. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what does happen. So yeah, why don't we go into episode number 9 of The Good Place, season 4. Looking forward to checking this episode out. Let's go.
Do you like it, Chidi? Or would you like a different name? Uh-oh. Looks like he has a tummy ache.
Uh-oh.
Chidi.
Or maybe he just disagrees. Well, tough turkey, as they say.
Everything always has to be your way. What is the one right way? I mean, how many times have I...
Oh, I'm absolutely here for Chidi backstory, by the way.
Angry that your book... You have made a strong case.
Yes, well argued. Better than some of my grad students. You should get ready for school. I'll take you.
And that's impressive.
It worked.
I really love the
idea.
unless this is a distraction, but I do love
I proved once and for all
how he was
that
the
you
staple.
can always buy the pencil sharpener, but in the front I can see the blackboard better, or by the door to get a nice breeze.
It is adorable.
Just hang on. Sorry. Oh no.
But his mind is constantly going, and that's not a bad thing.
Right now, I will show you how Kant refuted most of Hume's central theses.
Oh my God.
And this is gonna push her further. She can't. I can't. Sorry.
Fun. Grad students will analyze this for centuries way.
No, in the Unabomber way.
Okay, well, I'll write my way
This
out
is
of the maze.
probably
I'll
my
re-outline the
problem in
chapters,
college.
do
I
your
always had like
research.
11 pages and they would only read
Every
3.
question every philosopher has ever asked.
So I'm going to go home and compose a short paper for you, arguing
gonna be
that I
one
should continue
page.
working on this longer paper.
Shut up!
Oh. But his mind, there's no breaks.
Sorry, pal. Honestly, I don't know what hurts more.
And passion,
Business meeting or
you
Alessandra?
know, can be
She was
very, very
brilliant
addicting, like
and
especially
funny.
something like
I
this.
thought that maybe and almond milk.
Extra filmy. You don't even have to decide. It just
His
knows
worst
what you
nemesis.
want. And for all your other requests, Janet?
Hi there.
Janet knows the answers to all the questions in the universe. Ask her anything.
Oh my
What answer
goodness.
do I want? Something.
To your ultimate question. Her name's Eleanor.
Oh, this is how everything starts. Ah!
Oh, man.
Saying that out loud would make it less insane, but it did not.
Thanks, homie.
If you'd like to get us a present, we're
Talk
registered
about
at...
moving fast.
Hey, Jason, I think I need your help. Can I ask you something?
Whoa, no one's ever asked me for advice before, and you're a high school principal.
College professor. Who told you how to do this?
Yeah, basic.
This is your soulmate, Solomacina. Meet your soulmate, Guan Yin, Tahani, Karen.
Oh, his soulmate was Tahani at one point.
Friendly game night. I mean, who does that?
The prepared.
Chitty, Esmeralda, it's your turn.
These are the reboots. Cool.
Birthday parties.
Birthday parties?
These trivialities demean me. I must
What birthday parties are you going to?
Well, you never know what'll happen at game night. Let's continue.
I think I can find you another partner.
But Michael was trying.
The failure, and you learn from it.
Yeah, I can't operate that way. I can't make a decision unless I'm sure I'm right.
Hey, Chidi, you're a philosophy professor,
And
right?
that's
Any
really
chance you wanna
sad
grab
because
a drink and talk about ethics. It's a
there's
subject
that,
I've
like,
recently needed to learn about
prohibition
immediately.
from bumping
Sounds
into
great.
no
let me get my
failure
coat.
and
Awesome.
racing.
By the
This has been fun, as always.
Ah, this is their first time together
Why
reboot.
did you- Who was it?
Okay, I'll take those one at a time, I guess. It was.
He's
a kiss.
stunned.
I did it because I wanted to.
No, she and I are in a rough patch, but we just have to find the answer for how to get out of it. Like my parents.
Sometimes there's a different,
told you
like,
about my parents.
the
Yeah,
answer
I don't
takes you
think
to a
that
different
story is
avenue.
as cute as you think it is, man. I mean, I'm sure you were cute, you know, solve all the world's problems.
Well, but living that way led me to philosophy.
I mean,
And
sometimes the
sure,
answer,
I was
it,
written
like,
up in a medical journal.
you
as a
look for
younger
the
person, never
answer,
with a stress-induced
but you're not
ulcer,
looking in the
but
right
I got me to the
places.
place. So
Real possibility that I'm in love with you again. Here.
I just
on
love this
plane of
exploration of
existence.
Eleanor and
Today.
Chidi.
Now.
I want to say she's his answer.
We found each other before hundreds of times. We can do it again.
No, I'm not wanting to revisit this, thank you.
Magic blackboard.
one that anticipates your lesson flow. That's the dream.
But mostly you wanted answers. The soulmate one in particular. So I used it to torture you. Which, again, sorry. If soulmates do exist, they're not.
So
found.
that was the
They're made.
catalyst.
You wake up every day and you solve it again.
Terribly inefficient.
What a time to learn.
I think that's a really, really beautiful answer to Chidi's
Can
problem.
you give me a second? Can I have a pen and some paper?
So simplistic, but so impactful.
I don't know if I'll see you again, or what I'll remember if I do.
Oh, this is a mirror to
we
what
do
Eleanor
cross paths
offered
again.
Janet. Oh, Janet, stop. You're melting hearts.
I'm ready.
We are here.
For the past 300 years, have I been super annoying?
Oh,
No, I wouldn't say
No.
Annoying.
Well,
Yes.
thank you, all of you,
That's his
for
answer.
everything that you've done for me. You are, but I'd still like to see it again, please. I think it might be some of the best
Come
writing
on, I
I've
want to
ever
know.
done.
I want to know what he wrote, Janet. Oh. 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 but I didn't think it would be the culmination of his journey. I'm so At first, like, what I really love about that note as well, at first it was, like, nice, because I guess there is no answer. But then it just got sweet, and I just freaking die. Oh my goodness. Man, I love this show. I can't believe I'm coming to the end of such a fantastic and beautiful show. So, oh man, that got me in the heart. Don't mind me. I'm not reflecting on the episode and beginning to feel emotional. You just think back to I'm getting fucking emotional just thinking about it, because there is some nice beauty, and I'm just thinking about especially the scene with Michael and Chidi, especially with Chidi coming to the realization to what would appear on the note with what Michael told him. It just adds layers to the emotions that already were implemented in that scene for Pandemonium. And Michael's conversation was just an extra layer to that emotional sandwich. So, and it was beautiful, especially with Michael telling Chidi that if there is such a thing called soulmates, it's not that you just they're made essentially, and they have this good vibe, and basically you just have to work at it. There's no answer to that. You just have to keep working and keep working, and yeah, and there's always the case that sometimes people can just forget what that beautiful feeling's like. So and being in a new relationship myself, I'm always I guess I'm stumbling into Chidi's area where I'm thinking, okay, there has to be, I guess, the answer to what works. What's the best way going about this? Because I don't want to muck it up. So I've got to you've got to find the answer to what works. But it's just that good feeling. So yeah, I'm getting emotional. I should not be doing my thoughts after as soon as I'm tearing up, just reflecting on my thoughts about the episode, because the more you think about it, the more emotional it is, and the more beautiful Chidi's conclusion is. That growth that he's had hundreds of years, and he's finally found his answer, that there is no answer, but there is Eleanor, and that was a really, really beautiful reveal. I love the references as well to what Eleanor did, because I think the note was find Chidi, because as soon as he wanted to write a bit of a note to Janet, I was just thinking this is referencing to the season 1 finale. But it just got a lot more emotional. Not just did Chidi come to a conclusion to the question he's been really asking himself, to finding the answer, but to just that message about there is Eleanor. And not just that, but with Eleanor, with Chidi's mindset, Eleanor can rush to him and say, okay, we need to find a way to fix everything to save humanity. And then Chidi just shows that growth about how there might be 800 answers, there might be 0. But every decision, there are multiple possibilities, or, you just hit it. There is no perfect answer. There is no, yeah. It's as Chidi said, though, life isn't a puzzle to be solved every one time. There's no linear path to this, and yeah, it's just really beautiful to see just how this episode, it's just really beautiful just thinking about this episode and just thinking about Chidi's journey. And yeah, there were like bumps in the road for Chidi, especially to his professor, especially to his girlfriend. But this is the thing with Chidi. He was trying to find an answer to rectify these little errors, but sometimes, yeah, there is no way of going about this, or there are multiple decisions. Chidi's just trying to it's trying to find that solution to that perfection, I guess. So, and not just that though, but I'm thinking back to when Eleanor and Chidi kissed, and Chidi had his soulmate. Yeah, he was he was so determined on sticking to his soulmate, the Raven Lady, forgotten her name, that there had to be an answer to her, rather than, you know, Eleanor just being there. And yeah, I just love this episode. I just love this show. Like, I really love how this show does really it really resonates so much, especially when it comes to like relationships and the whole soulmate thing. And Michael just really went there from the get-go, didn't he? But it is just so beautiful, as well as the idea that he can make a like a subject, something that like he could do something like that is very, very complex, like to his professor. He can create multiple, I mean, it's not the first time, but something so definitive and final, like there is no answer. It's just two sentences, and it's brilliant. It's beautiful. Yeah, my mind's just in a bit of a battering with how emotionally beautiful that was. Like, it's as I say, you think about the episode more, and you just your heart just really praises the beauty that this show puts in, and just the whole growth of Chidi in general. It's just really, really beautiful, and like I said, that final scene with Michael and Chidi just added layers to Pandemonium's emotional bit, where Chidi and Eleanor had their final goodbye, and yeah, and it's just really, really beautiful to see Chidi come to this conclusion, because we saw through all of his life and then some, he was so focused on finding this solution to everything. And yeah. Ooh, yeah, this was this is emotional just thinking about it. Like, it's funny because like in the reaction, I'm just like embracing this, but when I give my thoughts about the episode and just reflect on the journey that I've just transpired, it does sink in. It I wouldn't say it feels final, but you know that kind of emphasis where something does feel final, and then you get emotionally, yeah. It does feel like that. And even Jason had some really, really beautiful pointers that does resonate with me as well. Like I said, with me, I'm just trying to find the perfect answer with my girlfriend. But he also, like, Jason was also really beautiful when he was talking about you just never know what's on the other side, essentially. Because if you do have this overwhelming worry about if you might miss out on stuff, for example, this worry about things being perfect in a sense, that's it. For example, when I asked my girlfriend out, I wasn't so sure. I wanted to kind of build on that foundation and see where things go, because my previous relationships, it kind of sucked, so I didn't want to take that leap of faith. But sometimes it's best to, otherwise you just miss out on that golden moment, a moment that might set you up for something so much greater, like in the long run. And there you can build on that relationship, that theory about soulmates that can become that is completely made based on the building that you're doing, and being reminded that there is that vibe, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm just thinking back to that episode, and and sometimes that's my issue. Like, I try to find the answer to sometimes some of the nonsense things that I'm saying, like, because of the fact that my mind isn't, I guess, styled compared to a lot of people because of my autism, and I'm always trying to find the answer. What's the perfect response? So I think that's the more paramount thing. But with me finding this new opportunity, my worries have shot up about the fact that, okay, I want to make this perfect, and I want to find the answer. What's the perfect solution to this? But at the end of the day, you can't find, like, there is no answer. You just gotta, apart from Eleanor. So, no. It's like you can't solve every conundrum in the world. That's the point. That you're always going to find something that's going to be boggling the mind, but it's not going to be as simple as there has to be an answer. And like I said, with my autism as well, like I've always been in that position where I'm always trying to find the right avenue, because I worry about, if I say something stupid, are people going to think lesser of me? I want people to come to an understanding to me. I want things to be perfect, but and that's the trouble with overthinking as well. So that you are so determined to find that answer, and so it was really beautiful though, this episode. And it gives you a real insight into Chidi's character, and I guess why he operates the way he does, especially with that indecisiveness, because where that indecisiveness comes, I guess, at the front, deeper is his mind trying to work for the perfect answer to the indecision that he is faced with. And it's really beautiful getting to explore Chidi's indecisiveness and how that stems. And for this episode to come to the conclusion after hundreds of years that maybe you can't solve everything, and that there is no answer, there is no perfect solution, and you just got to rely on your heart. You just got to rely on the relationships around you, and hope to build on that, because there are multiple opportunities. There might be none, and you just got to keep working out what's the best thing, I guess, out there in your heart, that what your gut is screaming, and just continue to expand on that, and I guess define that as your answer. Because if you do struggle too much to find the perfect solution, then you'll miss out on those opportunities. You'll be stuck in a bit of a limbo, won't you? So I love how beautiful this show is, and hopefully my point, my thoughts and what I took from this episode was good enough. But I'm gonna lie down and cry. No, but it was a really, really beautiful episode, and I just absolutely loved often. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoy this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!